so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another cleaning video. So once you have put the candles on, made yourself a coffee, got in your comfies and put some music on, you want to begin the clean. So as always, we are starting in my favourite room to start, which is the kitchen. I always like to get the kitchen straight first. It's like the main place in the house because obviously I have an open plan living space. So once the kitchen's clean, I feel like I can really crack on with the rest of the house. So as you can see, I'm just literally just putting things away. Do you know when things are just built up on the worktops and you've got dirty dishes and things like that? So yeah, that's what I'm doing, just putting everything back where it belongs.
Stars, I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, nothing can break me.
Next up, we're moving on to loading the dishwasher. Good old dishwashers, where would I be without you? I never actually used to use my dishwasher when I first moved in because I was like, oh, there's only two of us. But now I just sort of like let things build up and then just do the dishes like every few days. And yeah, it is a help. I don't miss doing the dishes. So once I've done that, I'm then just taking my Method Rhubarb antibacterial spray. This is a non-toxic spray, supposedly. But let me know, guys, what you think, because I've heard a lot of people say that the Method isn't actually that non-toxic. So yeah, not too sure. But to be honest, I've not really noticed it affect my chest an awful lot, like some cleaning products do. So yeah.
It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a fast.
Next, we're moving on to emptying the bins. I don't know where all this rubbish comes from, but I seem to accumulate so much rubbish on a daily basis for two people. Like two people, and I literally clean these bins every other day. Is anyone else like this? Anyway, I'm going to take the Fairy Liquid, a bin dishmatic. This one is specifically for my bin. I don't use this on the pots like a few people have assumed in other videos. That would be absolutely disgusting. And then I just put some boiling water in there, let it all steam and soak, and then empty it out and just give it a nice rinse.
Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself.
After I have rinsed the bins out, I then just like to dry them down just with a little bit of kitchen roll. And then I'm just going to take one sheet of kitchen roll. My favourite Sephora of the moment, which is the tropical twist flavour. Oh my god, this smells insane. And then I just get one capsule and just soak the paper towel in that and just drop it at the bottom of the bin, and oh my god, this will make your bins smell insane. I then get the Unstoppables. This is actually like a laundry thing, but again, I just put the beads in the bottom because it smells so good. And then my favourite vanilla scented bin liners. These are just incredible, and honestly, this is just the key to having great smelling bins. I'm then taking some Sif just to clean the inside of the bin. There is so many like spillages and stuff that happens with bins. You know what it's like, you chuck all the debris of food in there and stuff, and sometimes it just like the juices run down the side and whatever. And yeah, I just feel like there's always that stale smell of binness, isn't there, inside the bin bit. So yeah, anyway, what am I getting at? I'm just cleaning this with some lovely fresh smelling Sif. Once that is all cleaned and dried down, I will then just put my bins back in. By the way, I have one for recycling and one just for general waste, just because I've had a few people pull me up on that. Next up, we are onto the coffee machine. Oh my god, the coffee machine is filthy at the moment, so we're going to give it a nice deep clean. So I'm just taking the tray and emptying this, and then just getting, again, some Fairy Liquid and just rinsing that out and giving that a good clean. As I am doing a deep clean, I'm just taking all the components out, like the little extra little bits in the coffee machine, like the bit where all the coffee capsules fall into. Obviously, because they fall in there, a lot of like coffee sort of goes in there as well. So yeah, again, I'm just taking the Fairy Liquid. I'm just going to give that a nice scrub. then taken one of my newest additions to my cleaning closet, and that is the e-cloth. Oh my goodness, guys, if you do not own one of these, you need to stop what you're doing and go and purchase one now, because this little thing is the best thing I have bought in the past. Wow, just in the past, just ever. So basically, all you simply do is wet it, and then just obviously buff down your stainless steel. And then once you have used like the wet side to obviously clean down the stainless steel, you then just flip it around and use the dry side just to give it the shine and buff. And honestly, it is one of the few things I have used that has been streak free. Obviously it's chemical free as well. It just scrubs up stainless steel like I've never seen before, guys. It is honestly, truly amazing. And also, it's supposed to get rid of like 95% of bacteria as well. I don't know how it does it without using product, but that's what it said on the tin, guys. And yeah, I'm really, really impressed with it. Moving on to the shelves, this is something that I just clean down every week. Once a week I'll do this because obviously dust collects like anything, doesn't it? So yeah, just put some Method Rhubarb antibacterial spray again, and just obviously moving everything and cleaning them down. Moving on to the hob, here is a little before of the state of it, the smears, the dirt, the dust. So yeah, this is the before, just thought I'd show you that. I'm going to take for the hob today some pink stuff. Now this is the Miracle Cream Cleaner. This is a new product. You know I love a cream cleaner, so I thought I'd try this out, and obviously I'm a big fan of the pink stuffs cleaning products too. I'm just taking a scrub buddy, and I'm just going to use the more like abrasive side just to give that a good scrub over. And then once I've scrubbed it over, I will then just rinse it off and use the softer side just to buff it all down. So I noticed that there were a few little smears left, so I'm just taking the e-cloth hob cleaner. Yes, I have an e-cloth for every single thing in my house now, and I just use this simply just to buff it down and get rid of any smears. And oh my god, it worked. An absolute dream, guys. I love these. Next up, I'm just going to be taking the window and glass spray from Astonish. I'm just going to be using this on the hood and the splashback because it is glass, and this just gives it a really nice shine. Next up, we're moving on to my stainless steel smegs, and again, I'm taking the good old e-cloth water, go over it all and just clean any like stains or marks on it, and then just use the dry side just to buff it all down and just give it a good shine. And like I said, honestly, this just gives it the best streak-free finish you'll ever see. And then moving on to the shelf, I'm just going to take everything off the shelf first of all, grab my Method antibacterial spray again, give it a good wipe, and also just wipe the surrounding area as well. I always like to do that in the backs and stuff. And then I'm also going to be actually cleaning down the coffee, tea and sugar tins because they're white, and just because they're sitting there, again, they gather dust. So I like to just give these a nice scrub down, just make sure they're all clean and got no dust on. Next up, I'm actually going to be cleaning something that I haven't cleaned since I moved into this house, and it just occurred to me the other day. I was like looking at my vase with my faux flowers in, and I thought, why does that look so murky and disgusting, and it just doesn't look like see-through and, you know, clear glass like it should do. So I'm just taking the pink stuff cream cleaner, just a scrub buddy, and yeah, just going to rinse that through and clean that down. And oh my god, I just had to stop it here, guys. Can you see the difference? Like, you can actually see through the glass now. It is crazy. It's crazy how much dirt just builds up on things without even realising. That looks so much better, so I'm happy about that. Next, we're moving on to cleaning down the sink. So I'm going to be taking the pink stuff cream cleaner again because it's new and I want to try it out. So yeah, I'm just placing this all around the sink, and then I'm going to take a scrub buddy again and just use the more abrasive side just to, you know, buff it all in. And then once that is all buffed in and I've sort of like left it for a few minutes, I will then just rinse it all down with the other side of the scrub buddy and yeah, buff that all up to get it nice and shiny. And then once the sink is clean, I'm then going to take my favourite laundry detergent and Zaflora of the moment, the Surf Coconut Laundry Detergent and the Zaflora Tropical Twist. I'm going to put a few capsules of this in the sink And then I'll also just place like my couple of cloths and sponges there as well, just so it gives them a little bit of a clean and makes them smell amazing. And obviously, without saying, it just steams your whole house and it smells lush. So once I've done that, I'm then going to take some Zoflora. Now I would usually concentrate the Zoflora, but I don't know where my spray bottle is. So yeah, I wouldn't really recommend just dousing your house in Zoflora. I mean, you can do, but you are obviously supposed to dilute it. But I'm just taking I was going to say a cloth, but I've just realised I have got paper towel. But I'm just wiping down all of my cupboards with some Zoflora. Obviously, it gives it a nice clean, antibacterial, and it smells, without saying, insane. So after the accident with our top, I've just changed it in case you're wondering, and then I'm just taking my hoover and obviously just hoovering the kitchen before we mop. So onto the mop, and for the mop bucket today, we are taking Surf Wild Thing. This is a detergent, a laundry detergent. I just find that these aren't as harsh on my chest. I feel like when I use floor cleaners, they're so strong and obviously have so many chemicals in, and they just, yeah, they don't sit well on my chest. So I just like to put like a capsule of this in. Sometimes I'll put some fabric conditioner in as well, or maybe just like a cap of Flora, and I just find they're not as strong. So yeah, just personal preference. Another thing I like to do on a weekly basis is clean my skirting boards. These collect dust like no other business. Honestly, it is mad the amount of dirt skirting boards collect in 1 week. So again, I'll take some diluted Zoflora and just douse this, is that even a word, on my cloth, and yeah, just go over all of them. And yeah, that is the kitchen, all nice and sparkling clean and smelling so fresh and amazing. So just thought I'd show you how it all looks. Next, we're moving on to the living room, and before I do anything, I will just take my extendable duster, bought by my dad, thanks for that, Dad, and I just like to clean all the beams because these collect inches thick of dust, like it's ridiculous. After I have dusted all of the beams, I then like to take my hoover and just give the sofa a good hoover. Obviously you get all the loose dust, and there's always bits and stuff that is just sort of like laying on your sofa without you even realising anyway, so yeah. Honestly, the sofa looks so different when you hoover it. Like I said, there's so many little bits that you don't even see visible. So yeah, and then after I have hoovered the sofa, I then am just taking my Lenore fabric freshener. I don't use this all of the time, just like now and then, just to freshen up the sofa and just make it smell nicer. It is the Gold Orchid one, and yeah, I'll just sort of spray this on the sofa and the cushions. And then taking this Nutridol, it's like a carpet freshener. You can use it for rugs, you can even use it in your bin. And I just like to sprinkle this on my rug. I'll leave it for like 5 minutes. It's basically like a deodorizer, so if there's any smells on it, it obviously deodorizes it. And then I'll hoover it up, and honestly, this smells so good. Then moving on to the coffee table, and again I'm just taking the good old e-cloth, bit of water on it, just clean off any sort of like stains or anything, you know, tea marks and stuff. And then, like I said, you just take the dry side and buff it, and shiny, smear free. It looks so good after, honestly, better than any product, to be honest with you. Sticking with the e-cloth, I'm then just using this for all my other mirrored surfaces, so my TV stand and my little side table next to it. I'm then just going to do a final mop of all of the other flooring, so the sort of like dining area space, although I haven't got a table, and also around the living room, and then that is it. All nice and clean. Oh my god, how good does this look, guys? Isn't it just so refreshing and relaxing when everywhere is just smelling good and just spotless? Next, onto the bathroom. I'm just taking the Method bathroom cleaner. I'm just going to spritz this all over the toilet. I'm going to take a brand new microfiber cloth, and this will just be used purely for the toilet. So once I've used this, I'll just pop it in the wash after. Once I've cleaned down the toilet, I'll then just take some Harpic in Pine. This is my favourite down the toilet cleaner, and oh, it smells so fresh. To clean the sink, I thought I'd try something a bit different today, so I'm just going to take the pink stuff. I'm just taking plain dishcloth just to sort of get this onto the sink first. So I'll just like use that just to buff it all into the sink. And then taking my Bathmatic. I absolutely love this. It has like one more abrasive side and one like buffing side that really gets things sparkly. So yeah, I'm just sort of using the abrasive side just to clean down, and then the sort of buffing side to smooth it all over and just make it shine. Bringing out the good old trusty e-cloth again, and then just going to use this just to clean down the mirrors, because I always forget to use this. My mirrors just have so many finger marks on, they always look so filthy. And then I'm also just going to use the e-cloth just to make all the taps shine, and as you can see, I've got that sort of like silver tray, and I'm just going to use it to clean that as well. Next up, I'm taking the Mold and Mildew Blaster from Astonish. This is really strong, but it gets rid of all the tan marks that's normally left on the bath. So before I actually like wipe it all down, I do normally leave it for a couple of minutes just to sort of do its job first, and then always use a glove with this stuff, and I'm just using my Bathmatic again. And yeah, it's so good. Honestly, your bath will look brand new after. Then again, whipping the trusty e-cloth out and just using this to do the towel rail, because obviously it's mirrored, it's shiny, and it's going to give it a nice finish and get rid of all of the dust. And then I'm just going to take a mop and clean the floor, try and get right to the back as well, because again, so much dust and just dirt gets on flooring without you even realising. And yeah, this is the bathroom, all nice and clean. Oh my goodness, this smells so good in here. So yeah, I'll leave this with you. Moving on to the bedroom. Now this is an absolute tip. I just have clothes absolutely everywhere, from hauls, from getting things out of my wardrobe and then realising I don't want to wear it and not putting it back. Do you know when it gets in that state, guys? I mean, you probably don't, you're probably not as messy as me, but yeah, anyway, I really let all this build up, and it's just that situation where you just don't want to tidy it up because you don't even know where to start. So yeah, here's me tidying all of the mess up on the floor. So yeah, I'm just sort of going through everything, just seeing what's washing, what needs rehanging. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing, guys. Very fun. This is probably my least favourite part of cleaning, when you've got to put clothes away. Okay, so 10 hours later, I finally cleared all the clothes away and just taken the glasses out that are on the side and just giving my kitty a little cuddle and kiss. She was sat there watching me so patiently, and then I'm just going to take my e-cloth and clean all the mirrored furniture in my room. So in between washing my bed linen, I will just spritz down the bed linen with some fabric spray, just keeps it smelling amazing and fresh. These were only washed like 2 days ago, so they don't need washing just yet, but yeah, just keeps it smelling so good. I'm then gonna give everywhere a good hoover. Honestly, having flooring, you have to do things like twice. Obviously, if you just got a carpet, you'd only hoover, wouldn't you? Whereas with flooring, you have to hoover and then mop. So yeah, the joys, but it just makes you realise how much dirt like floors actually collect. Like you have to think to yourself, if a flooring can collect this much dirt, then how much does a carpet collect? And then yeah, that is it. That is the bedroom, all nice and clean. I absolutely love a fresh bedroom. There's nothing better. Just in case you wanted to know, my bedding is actually from Matalan because I've had so many people ask me. So yeah, just a heads up about that. But yeah, I really hope you have enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I shall see you in my next one.
I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks.